Alright, boys and girls, now that we have finished typing, we're ready to add our illustrations. So again, I need to go to my Google Apps, click, go to my Drive, click, and now I am in my Google Drive account. Now if I click on my folder, I can now go into my presentation. Click on your presentation. So now you will see all your slides with all the typing. Remember, we said we're just going to type, and now it's our turn to where we can really focus on how we want to make it look. So one of the things I can do is I can add a background. So I can go to the top, click background, and if I have a color that I know I might like, I can choose that. So I might choose orange. I kind of like orange. Then I'll say done. And I like that. I can now, if I were to highlight all of them, or if I click on the next one, I can even choose a different color, or I can click the same color if I want. And I'm done. Okay? Another thing I can do, so if this is my first page and I read, "The wind whipped the trees around me." So another tool I can use is I can go up to shape. I can click on shape and I can use different shapes to draw. So I might use a rectangle, and so here I've drawn my rectangle, and as soon as I draw my shape, I now have different tools up here. If I click fill color, I can make it kind of maybe like a brown color, and then I can click on another shape this time, and I can choose the color I want in this one. Now if I click on this pencil, it's the line that goes around my shape. So I might want that the same color as this. So now I have a tree. So if I'm talking about trees, and I might want to show blowing, so I could even do a shape of maybe like a cloud. I can change it to maybe a little bit more blue color, and then I can go to my lines. Here I have different types. I have a curve line. I can make a curve line. I can do different ways to show blowing. Okay, I can move it. Okay, I can add other lines as well. I can do it again, add another blowing line, so then it can show, click again, that the wind is blowing around. So that is, I can also do, there are curvy lines. If I want to add, maybe I want to show that this is a street. If I make a curved line, I can then fill the line around it. I can make it a different color. Okay, if I want to show like a hill. There are many other things I could do. Now, if I'm showing like a hill, I could make what I could do is now I want to say, oh, I want to find a gray house. So another place I can go to is image. Now, we're going to go all the way to the end and press search. Now, this one says Google, and I know you're probably very familiar with Google, but we are not going to add Google. We need to go over here to stock images. And I can write some words that make me think of something I want. Okay, I want a gray house, so I might write gray house. here are some different types of gray houses I could use if I want. If I like that, I can click on it and I can press select. And now it gives me a picture of my house. If I don't want it, I can click on it and press the backspace or the delete button on your keyboard. Okay? Now I think, I might want to see if I can find a different color house. So I press house. And I like this, maybe this blue house instead. So I wait, and now I have a picture of a blue house. So notice that this one even has a road on it. I can size it by clicking on the corner and pulling it in, and now I have a different size of a house. So see how this has a road? I might take away this other road, and I might continue the road if I like it like that. I can add a scribble color, and I can continue the road as if I were continuing the road right here. Alright, so we can add images, we can create pictures. Your job, boys and girls, is to decorate, illustrate the writing that you have. Notice right now I'm talking about the wind blowing and trees, so I have wind, I have trees, whatever is going to illustrate your book the best. So you may go ahead and begin your drawing.